All right. So very excited tonight. I don't know if you guys saw it. Actually, let's do some muting. If you guys are popping on, make sure you mute yourself. I never judge you if you don't, because I'm usually the one that's unmuted. So. Right. There we go. We're here to go. All right, you guys. I'm super excited tonight. If you guys did not catch on, this team has hit momentum. This company has hit momentum. Bravenly has hit momentum. And I actually did a post the other day where I was talking about this, where I said, you know, it's one of those things where I kept telling people like, hey, like, you know, you haven't missed anything, right? Our boat's still on the shore. Like, it's okay, jump in, you know. I'm so excited for when we hit momentum. And we are at that place right now where I'm like, oh my gosh, grab the anchor. It's time. Like, I see what's happening and it's so exciting. And yes, we are just in the very beginning baby stages of it, but it's happening. Is it too late? Has anyone missed the boat? Heck no, they haven't. But I'm at that place where it's like, you know, for a while there, it's like, yeah, you can sit and watch and join when you're ready. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. Like, let's do it. Let's make it happen. And so that's exactly where I feel that we are at. And I think that most people would agree. Again, you guys, if you're popping on, please mute. I'm just going to go ahead and mute a few more. Not that we're quiet in the background with my ladies in the background yelling. So anyway, so all that to say, you guys, I want you guys to get so excited with what we have here, how fast we're growing. I know that there's going to be some big announcements, some exciting things happening soon. So stay tuned for that. September will be our best month yet. I can't even wrap my mind around it. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time chatting. We're going to hear from several of you. Remember, this is your call. We create this for you. This isn't just me training and talking at you. It's a community. I always want to throw this out there. If you ever have something you want to share with the team, if you ever have a training, a word, anything, this is a place where you can do that and we can have conversation. That's why we call it a coffee chat, right? Not a coffee training. But today I'm really excited because you're going to be hearing from our two newest VPs. That's a very big deal. And one thing I love about these ladies, when they get going, you're going to hear their story. But you know what? They did it organically. They didn't force it, and what they created was on their terms, and it's the way it should be. So I'm excited for you to hear from both of them, because in some ways their messaging is very similar in the fact that they both really did it. They did it organically in the right way. So very, very proud of these two. So you're going to hear from them. I know Glenn, who is running hard for EVP, the top rank of the company this month. We're going to cheer him on. He's going to hit it. He's going to be sharing a little bit with us tonight. And then we've got two special, incredible newbies, Brittany and another Kristen, are going to be talking. So we got lots of conversations coming tonight. Very excited. I am going to just share one thing with you guys really quick, because I've been thinking about this a lot, right? And I was on, I do a lot of personal development. So important, you guys. I don't pay for coaching. I'm going to tell you that. I don't have like all these, you know, people that I'm paying to pour into. Maybe one day I will, but right now, you guys, there is so much content out there for free. So many podcasts, so many things you can plug into, so many leaders. Like, one of the things I love about the leaders here is that they're so willing to help, right? They're so willing to pour into all of you. And so what I love about that, I'm gonna just do a little bit more muting. What I love about that is the fact that we have access to some of the best industry leaders right here in our very own team, and they're open to it. I don't know a single one of the people here would be like, nah, I can't talk to you. These are trade secrets. You know what I mean? Like, we have that. We have so much here. So personal development is huge, you guys, and there's so much that you can just grab onto. So I was listening to a podcast like 2 days ago. I was actually listening to it because I was going to suggest it for someone. And then I'm like, ooh, this is good. And before you know it, like 45 minutes later, I was writing notes like crazy. But one thing that I heard in it that I absolutely loved is she was talking about perceived value and how people will join, they'll pay more for, they're drawn to what they perceive to be the most valuable. And so I just want to talk to you guys, especially as we are starting to hit momentum in this company and people are going to be looking for people at Bravenly to join. So I want you guys to posture up as a leader that you are, okay? When people look at your posts, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Reels, whatever you're doing, or even in person, posture up as the leader that you are becoming and who you are. Because as people look at you and they see that you know your value, you know where you're going, you know where you're going to take your team, where you're headed. If they see that posture in you, that's what they're going to want. They're going to want somebody that's going to take them where they want to go. And so it's so important that you guys understand your value and show up in a way where you're saying like, hey, This is who I am. This is what I have. This is where I'm going. Because if you think about it, the analogy that they gave in there was like a doctor, right? You got somebody who's like right out of medical school. They probably, the one out of medical school probably has the most current knowledge of what's going on, right? They've just gotten out of school, right? But they don't have that reputation, right, built around them, right? Maybe they're shaky, they're nervous, they don't have that posture. So people are going to be like, okay, I want the person who, you know, seems like they really know what they've done. You know, they've got, you know, 1,000 surgeries behind their belt, like, you know, that they're perceiving that person as knowing what they're doing and where they're going. The reality is they both might be the exact same level of what they can give to you, right? But the truth is that one has the confidence and they've postured in a way where people see that value and they're going to choose that person. You can create that yourself as you're sharing in network marketing. And one thing, and I did this for years, is I played small. I'm like, well, I'm not that big leader. I can't show up like her. I can't show up like somebody that's going to lead a team. I've only had 2 people join me and both of them never did anything, right? Has anyone ever been there? And so it's so important that you say no, because once I show up like that, where I'm like, this is what I'm doing. No matter what, this is where I'm going. You want to come with me or not? Doesn't matter what your past is. It matters where you know you're heading. And I'm going to tell you right now that people are going to feel that energy and they're going to be like, ooh, all right, I hear you. I'm coming, right? And that was, for me, that was a pivotal change, is when I started to show up with the presence of where I was going versus my insecurities. That's when I started to build a team. That's when I started to have people who were like, and in the back of my head, I'm like, wait, you want to join me? Are you sure? Like, it's just me. You know what I mean? But these people that I felt were out of my league, they started to want to come to me because they sensed the posture in me that I knew where I was going and that I'd found something so very special. And the reason I'm telling you guys this tonight is because Bravenly is booming. And I want the people who are looking for leaders to know what they have in you. Don't play small. It's time to shine your light, know who you are, what you have. If you need an unsolicited pep talk, I do that. I do that for a living. You can reach out to me and I will give you a big old unsolicited pep talk. I will pour over your social media and I will tell you how dang amazing you are, because each and every one of you are pure gold. So with that said, we are going to go ahead and please mute if you're on here. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to pass it over to Glenn. And I know he's got a little bit to share tonight, so I'm excited to hear from you, friend.
Thank you, Carly. I appreciate that. And I think you're exactly right. I was going to kind of touch on that too, about posturing up as your own leader, getting loud about Bravenly, getting loud about yourself, but also getting loud about your leaders. We have a lot of new people that's came onto the team and they're really bragging on the leaders and introducing us. And I think that's huge. So definitely, thank you for sharing that, Carly. Guys, I only have like a few minutes, so I'll kind of be quick because I have to go to my daughter's volleyball game. But who's excited about the new incentive trip they're going to announce tomorrow? Anybody? What about the new product that could potentially come out tomorrow? That's exciting, right? So guys, I don't know what it is, but I'm super excited about it. But here's what I know. First of all, the month has started off like a rocket ship. I feel like it's already done some crazy things so far. I feel like we do have massive momentum as a team and the company, but Aspen's about to give us 2 or 3 carrots this month, right? So it's up to you on what you're going to do with those carrots. Are you going to sit by or are you going to watch everybody else crush it? Or are you going to get to work? So I really do feel like whatever your goals are, it doesn't matter what you've done in the past. It doesn't matter what rank you failed to hit last month. This is a completely different month. I don't know if you guys are here last September, but last September was one of the most massive months of last year as well. It's going to be huge. So guys, let's please get a massive action, get loud. Tomorrow when that announcement comes, I expect it to be on all of your social medias, and you should be in a minimum of 20 inboxes tomorrow once you find out what's going to go on. So if we all do that as a team, we'll crush it, right? So guys, here's another thing I wrote down. If some of you are struggling or you don't hear from leadership, because our team is exploding like no other. Like in May, my team added 99 people. Last month, we added 265. That's a lot of people to keep up with. And us leaders are doing this to the best of our ability. So we don't want anybody to fall through the cracks. So guys, if you think there's any of you that have fallen by the cracks, please, all of our inboxes are open 24/7. Please reach out to your leaders. We will help. Anybody who wants our help, we will help you. So I just wanted you guys to know that. We have multiple teams on our team that's been exploding, and I'm sure that Angela is going to share some of this in a minute. But they have been using the system for a while. I didn't really think our team was using the system. Like we've been using the ATM groups a little bit more. Three-way chats. I mean, literally my inbox is full of about 20 to 50 three-way chats a day now. And that's why our recruits has went from 99 to 262. So guys, please use three-way chats. If you're not using three-way chats and using the groups and using your leaders, you're holding yourself back. Like sometimes, and we're excited. Like I want to verbally vomit on people and tell them all the things, but all we really do is just kind of talk ourselves out of a cell, guys. The less we say a little bit. We're the preview to the movie and your leaders are the movie. You say a little bit, point them to a tool and then hand it over to us. Your prospect is going to think, that's easy. Glenn only said 2 things to me, put me in a chat. His leader came in and crushed it. I can easily put Kristen and Brittany and Angela in a 3-way chat. That's easy. Like I can do that. So we want to teach them how simple our system is from the get-go. And if we're not introducing people to our leaders and using the 3-way chats, they're not going to introduce people to you. I've seen so many people. My team doesn't introduce me to anybody. Well, did you introduce them to your leader? You know, they're going to follow in our footsteps. So I just want to throw that out there. But, you know, kudos to a lot of you. You guys have been picking up on that. Also, I would like to see, so there's a lot of leaders that have been stepping up lately and absolutely love that. And you guys know I'm always here to volunteer, and like Kristen for power hours, Angel is always volunteering to do Why Bravenly's. Carly, she leads the coffee chats. There's a lot of leaders here. We would love to see some of you say, Glenn, Carly, Angela, Aaron, Chris, like whoever, I would like to lead a power hour at nighttime at 5 o'clock. Can you give me your notes so I can take charge and start doing this? Your team will see you as a leader and they will respect that. But look, I have a list of like 10 bullet points and I put them in front of me every time. Like I don't have that stuff memorized. But we're looking for leaders to step up, because do you know what that can do for this entire organization? It'll take weight off of our back and then we can help more people. So we're looking for leaders to rise up, take charge of your own business. You know, reach down, look at your reports, see who you can help. You know, Carly already said, get loud. Guys, get loud about what's coming tomorrow. Get loud about what our team is doing. Get loud about Bravenly on your social media. The Bravenly Breakthrough community page. Are you talking about what the products are doing for you so your prospects can come in and see? Did you know that when you make a post in there, it pops up on their social media? If you're not active in the Bravenly Breakthrough community page, that stuff is not popping up on their social media. So get loud in the groups, loud on your social media, loud on your stories. The chats, 3-way, I mean, our team chat should not be dead. If your chat is dead, guys, there's what, 43 people on here? When you see somebody get shouted out for their first customer, that's a big deal to that person. They've been trying their butts off to get that first customer. And if all of it, not all of us, because the chats will be crazy, but let's say 8 of us come in and congratulate that person versus 1. Do you know what that can do for the psyche of that new person? Or let's just say this, you bring on a new brand partner, you add them in your team chat, and it's crickets. How would you feel if you came into a team chat and all you heard was crickets? Guys, we're better than that. Let's step up in the chats too and congratulate and welcome people. So that's part of us. They need to see our momentum and our excitement. We have a miracle in our mouths. Everybody that you see and talk to, everybody, your waiter, the guy that sprays for the pest control came over last week. I put products in his body. Like, we don't just have to hide behind social media. Anybody that you come in contact, they need what we have. We have the best products in the world that'll change their life, the best income opportunity in the world, right? I don't know if you guys have noticed, Bravenly's going like this. If you don't talk to them, they're going to join somebody else. Almost done here, guys. Mark down February 9th through the 11th. Please get to convention. Please mark that down. Like, go ahead and start saving money now. A lot of people wait until January to buy the, man, plane tickets are $800. Dude, I told you 6 months ago when it was, like, start saving. Like, did you guys know if you enroll with Southwest and then you, I think you charge, like, you pay $2,000 worth of your bills, and then you pay it off before then, that you're going to get 60,000 points towards flights? Your flights can be free. And if you don't know how to do that, reach out to me and I can help you. So we got your flights taken care of. You can room with people, but guys, you got to get to the events. The people that did, there's people on this call that was there in February, but that's because they got fed. Like you got to be around the campfire. So I know February is a long ways away. But guys, please start making plans for that. One other thing I was gonna say is, and I think Angel was gonna touch on this. Sorry that I'm gonna steal her thunder, but I've seen this happen a couple times tonight. Guys, people are gonna bring us down. They're gonna drag our name through the mud. They're gonna talk bad about us. They're gonna send us cease and desist letters and tell us not to talk to anybody. Like they're gonna make us feel like pieces of junk. Who cares, guys? We have the best opportunity in the world, and we need to prove them wrong. Like I remember when I got my cease and desist letter the first month from Bravenly, all that did was piss me off and made me go out and recruit 18 people, right? Like what, use that as fuel. When people talk bad about you, your team, your company, and tell you not to talk to people. Like y'all ever seen The Water Boy? Y'all ever seen that movie? Like y'all remember he said, well, they're like making fun of him. He's like, use that as fuel. Like, and then he used that as fuel, and he would tackle people and basically break all their bones. Guys, telling you, that Bravenly is it. Who cares what they say? With that being said, I know I've talked, for a couple minutes here, so I'm going to turn it over to. I have multiple people to turn it over to. I think I'm going to turn it over to Brittany Metcalf. Brittany Metcalf is the new girl on the block. I'm really excited about Brittany. I think she's going to do big things here. She's been an amazing leader in the past, but I would love to hear what Brittany has to say and why she chose our amazing company.
Thanks. That's a hard follow-up. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Brittany Metcalf, recently joined. I think that I've only been on here for a little over a week, and I just cannot tell you enough how happy and blessed I am to be here with each and every one of you. The leaders on this team are just next level, y'all. Like I came from a past company. I was there for 2 years. And it is just so different here. I know that we say that over and over again, but it really is truly different. So I kind of just wrote down bullet points for me. First and foremost was talking to Aspen and knowing that God was the center of our company. Hands down for me was the main reason I picked Bravenly. We talked to a lot of different companies, and I think that was one thing that really turned us on here was to know that he was the foundation, right? So without him, we cannot be successful. It may give us a little bit of a success, but eventually we'll have it taken away. So that was a big deal to me. And then second was the products. The products are fire. Like they sell themselves. I'm sorry. Like they take it one time and they're sold. So for me, coming from a company that it was like, well, you have to build it up in your 30 day system or whatever, and it'll eventually kick in. Sorry if it's not working for you. Like, for me, taking just the products and filling it instantly was like game changer. Everyone's gonna love this. How can you not promote this? So that's a huge thing. The products are just phenomenal. And trust me when I say we've tried a lot of stuff, because a lot of people sent us stuff and we stand apart. So don't be embarrassed to boast about your products in your stories. Don't be scared to shout it out. I mean, literally, I was that like timid, came into network marketing, came from a different company, joined my last company, and was like so scared to get out there and just talk to people. As soon as I did, and I gained that like first sale, then the second sale, then I was on my 100th sale, it was just kept getting easier. So like believe in yourself, because I promise you the leaders on this team believe in you 10 times more than you would ever believe in yourself. So if they can believe in you, then you can believe in you. And if you don't believe in yourself, message one of them, because I'm sure they will amp you up to where you will get off that call feeling like you believe in yourself. I don't know if Aaron's on here, but he speaks life into people. I think he has like a background in ministry. He has to, because he's like baptizing you with his words. So let him breathe into you for a minute if you need that. I think the biggest thing for me also was just not feeling like a number. We are not numbers here. There is not one leader in this company that I've talked to, and yes, I've only been here a week. I'm telling you right now, it is different elsewhere, y'all. We are blessed with the leadership here. We are blessed with leaders who are willing to pour into us at whatever level we're at. They'll meet you where you're at. That's huge, because other companies don't do that. Other companies are like, talk to your upline, stay in your place. Like, this is not a corporation. We are a family. I'm pretty sure that the people at the top want the people at the bottom to win, and sidelines, right? Like, we're just a family. Like, I want everyone to do as good as me, if not better. And I think the more that we want for other people, the more that we get it back. I'm a big believer in what you give out is what you get. So I just think that ultimately we couldn't have picked a better home. Like, Chris and I are, you'll get to know us. We are a package duo. We are best friends in real life and business buddies, and we do a lot of crazy things together. But I can definitely say I'm so happy to be here. I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to say why I picked Bravenly. I literally have my flag, and I plan on taking it everywhere I go and waving it in everyone's faces, because y'all gonna see me at convention in February and you're gonna be like, that's the girl from the call. Team Awaken is coming for y'all. We will see y'all at the top. Thank y'all.
I love that, Brittany. And I heard in the chat, I saw someone say a Team Week Awakened is going to take over convention. You guys, that's posturing right there. You hear it? And don't you believe they're going to do it? You hear her say that and you're like, dang, she means it. And they're going to do it, right? That is posturing. Perfect example. I love everything you said. I know, Glenn, I'll just go ahead, because I know you have Kristen. Is she on here to share why she picked Bravenly? And then we'll go to the other Kristen to share about her VP journey. And then let's see. And then of course, Angela. I just had to make sure she was on here. We'll give it just a second.
Sorry, you want me to talk?
Yep. Excited to hear
Okay,
from you.
like, me, Kristen. Okay. I'm used to multiple Kristens, honestly. So I'm like, KG is usually what I go by because there's always a ton of Kristens. But guys, I am really thankful to be here. I don't know, a little bit about me. I've been in network marketing, I don't know, maybe almost 10 years now, probably longer. I did door-to-door sales. I've done teaching. I've done a lot of stuff. When I first started in the industry, I was a teacher. And when I saw what was happening in that company, I knew I could always be a teacher. That was always going to be an option for me, but a timing in a company wouldn't always be there for me. And so I left that teaching job and I started with that company and went all in. Hey, Aaron, yes, let's go. We raced to the top and we made it happen. We did it in 18 months. My goal here is to do it in 6. So you'll see us here. And so it was a great journey. Went to another company. So I'm on my 3rd here and I'm like, what is it? 3rd time's the charm. Leaving 6-7 figure incomes to start over. And can that be scary? Absolutely. Everything that comes with starting over and more. And so what brought me here was I just wanted a place for hope for people again. I wanted them to feel like they could win quickly and they would be heard and they would be seen. I didn't want it to just be like, the same faces all the time. I wanted them to be able to grow and develop into leaders because I've seen what network marketing can do for people. Sorry, I hope you can hear me. I'm like at my kid's fundraiser event. And I've seen how this can change people's lives with products and financially. And so I was honestly trying to quit network marketing altogether. You heard the story. I was really trying to just be a mom. But it's in me. You can take the girl out of the network marketing, but you can't take the network marketing out of the girl. Like I got it in me and I'm ambitious. And so I couldn't just lay low. And once I started seeing what was happening here, I knew it was one of those moments again where timing was important and capitalizing on an opportunity was important. And so I loved the leadership. I love that we have so many strong leaders, that people know what they're doing, that they've done this before. I loved that they were growing and working the way that I know and that I believe is correct, and building relationships and pouring into people and tap rooting and following up and the third-party validation and the ATM group and all of that. I'm like, I can do this. Like, I know this system and I know it works. We're just going to do it here. And so I loved how the leaders poured in and they had so much knowledge, but I had to try the products. Like, I had to make sure the products were going to be something that I could run with and love and represent. And y'all, I tried that brew day 1 and I'm like, done, let's go, baby. Like, I know I can talk to people about coffee. Brittany and I actually, we ran a coffee food truck. I had a coffee truck. It's a whole story, but people know us for that. So it's like, cool, now I can offer this nutritional value of coffee that's going to make them feel amazing, plus all these other product options that they can add as well. Like, to me, it just fit our brand, it fit our personality. And I did more that day that I like still, but like that first day I took the coffee, I like deep cleaned my house. I got my entire checklist done. It wasn't like half done. And then, you know, squirrel brain, ADD, you forget, like you get it done. I know y'all understand, but I hadn't felt that way in at least 5 or 6 years. And so probably before kids, but I'm like, I need this every day. And so, you know, we're facing adversity. We, you know, starting over, lots of adversity comes with that, but we don't care because we know what's here and what's going to be so powerful for people. We're giving it to God. God's taking care of the adversity. All we have to do is be a messenger and just share what's happening as far as products and people and the momentum here and how people can literally win as soon as they come in. We can't shut up about it. They can try and stop the talking, but they won't. So, you're going to see us, like Brittany said, we'll be at the top in just a few months. And I can't wait to bring as many people with us, like everybody, like all the excitement and the hype. Like we want to see everybody there too. So I think that's all I got.
I love it. Thank you so much. And we're so excited that you guys picked Bravenly and we're blessed to have you as part of this team. So I cannot wait to meet you guys at conference. And I'm sure by then you'll have done really big things, but you guys are beautiful humans and the perfect fit for what we're building here. So welcome officially to the family. Love you guys. So I'm so excited because as you guys know, VP is a really big deal here, right? It's a phenomenal rank. It's, you know, we're not all about ranks here. You know, it's about the soul, it's about the person. But at the same time, we also want to celebrate the hard work and the diligence that goes into creating that, because what that means is that these two leaders that you're going to hear from spend a lot of time loving and helping other people get to their goals. And that's what's so very special about this. And, you know, both of these women have so much integrity and I look up to them so much and I'm so excited for you guys to hear from them. So I'm pretty much said, you guys talk to these people about what you did to hit VP. How did you make it happen? Because if you guys are like me, and you probably are, we're sponges. We want to know, we want to learn from people who've done it before us. So I'm going to start with Kristen. I'm going to go ahead and hit Kristen M, since now we're needing to use the last names here. We got another Kristen Lopez, you guys, so it's going to get messy. But anyway, I'm excited for her to share and to tell us how she made it happen.
Hi. Well, you can just call me Manassian. Like normally I don't even go by Kristen. Most people just call me Manassian because I feel like Kristen and I are similar actually, because I was a teacher too. So like, I'm just Manassian. So y'all can just start calling me that. Just don't have Brittany say it because Brittany cannot say my last name for the life of her. Not you, Brittany Metcalf, but she cannot say it. But anyways, I'm excited. Thank you for asking me to share. It's been a crazy last 30 days to say the least. I feel like Kristen and I have a lot in common, but there's like one little difference in our story of we've both built very successfully at another company. And she is like, okay, I might want to leave the industry. Same here. Can't take the network marketing out of me though. I love the way that you said that. So I came in, instead of like guns blazing, you'll see me at the top in 4 weeks. I was like, I'm gonna like tiptoe my way back into this industry because I am a little bit burned out. I have a little bit of just like exhaustion from things that had happened. Not everyone's story is the same. So I kind of came in like, don't expect much from me. I'm going to kind of do this slowly and on my terms. So I'm like, we're a little bit different in that way. But I just took a few things, like little key points of like what happened and how this team got to VP. The first thing I have to say is it was a team effort, you guys. This was a team effort beyond words. I did not do this. It was all of us together. You guys have no idea what happened with my team. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that, but like, I will not take all the credit because that is not what happened. It was all of us. It was incredible what happened. It was unbelievable. And I did take a little note because Carly was talking about her personal development. One of my little pro tips that I like wanted to make sure I said was when you're doing personal development, one of my favorite things to do is take that content, right? If you're doing the breakthrough challenge right now and you're doing that mindset stuff every day, whatever you're pouring into yourself, take that stuff that you're learning and make it content. Because guess what? I did that a year ago when I listened to the High Five Habit by Mel Robbins, and I repurposed content as I was growing myself. I created content, which brought me Donna. Donna started following me on Instagram because of all the content that I was creating as I was reading that book. And guess what? Donna, her leg maxed out for my VP run and she's on my team now. So it's, you never know. So I just wanted to put that little pro tip in there when she said that. Repurpose whatever you're learning in personal development. It is a great way to add posture as a leader as well. But a few little things like what happened. I will tell you, I started actually getting a little bit organized and doing the stuff that Bravenly gives us. Like I was like, okay, I went into summer and I was like a typical mom, kind of already starting to make excuses for things slowing down over the summer. And I'm like, well, I'm going to be busy and things are going to get booked. And Glenn, God love him, he's like, it's not going to slow down, Kristen. We're staying, we're going, like, we're going to keep doing this. And I'm like, okay. So I needed to know, it was the High Five Habit. Sorry, I saw that on the side. A great book by Mel Robbins. Love that book. So Glenn was like, no, Kristen, like, we're going to keep going forward over the summer. And I'm like, okay, what does that look like? Because I'm the mom who's like at the zoo, at the water park, traveling, like I'm very busy with my kids over the summer. And so I told myself, okay, like, I got to come up with a plan. Plan number one was getting the Rank Up Roadmap and doing that every single month. So every month, you guys, I even have them right here. I had not done these in the past, you guys. I have June, July, August, and September. I filled these out at the beginning of every single month. I dug into these every single month. Sorry, my alarm's going off. I kid you not, guys. They are providing us the tools to do this. And this was something that I was not doing. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to get organized each month, and I'm going to do the Rank Up roadmaps every single month. So this is my honest number one tip. Number one, do these. They're a really good tool that I think some of us just aren't utilizing. The second thing is, you know how Glenn and I do those power hours twice a week? The reason we started that is because I needed to hold myself accountable. It was honestly, I love leading. I love teaching you guys. I love those. I love doing all that stuff. Like anybody can get in my inbox. I don't care if you're up, down, sideways, and upside down. I will help you. I don't care. But I started those power hours selfishly because I needed something to hold myself accountable. And I know that if I need to show up for you guys, I'm not going to not show up for you guys. And by doing those calls, I actually started doing really good IPA for my business and getting organized. And one of the things that's so important as your team starts growing, because when you're going through these ranks and you're getting to senior director, executive director, it is so easy to get into management mode, to lead your team, to want to help your team all the time, because that's the fun part, y'all. Like, it's so fun leading a team. It's so serving and helping. It's the fun part. The not so fun part is the back page of the Rank Up roadmap. It's this part, the daily grit that you have to do to grow your business. That's what I call phase one, the reaching out, inviting people, asking if they want samples, getting in inboxes, all of this stuff. You have nothing to do in your business. I had a call with someone yesterday. She's very busy. I said, if you only have 30 minutes a day to do your business, start on this page. Just start here. Don't listen to a training. Don't listen to all these things. Go to this page and spend 30 minutes doing the things on this page. And that's what I started doing, actually getting into action a few days a week over the summer, guys. That's really, it's not going to look the same for everyone, but it literally was, okay, I have like 3 to 4 hours a week where I know I can sit down and my kids will give me 30 to 45 minutes without interrupting me. Hello, thank God for technology sometimes. And I was able to do this stuff. And guess what? My business started growing in the summer. And I was like, well, Glenn was right. So those are literally like my top 2 tips. But then, like I think it was Carl and it was Glenn, you have to be a leader to your team, you guys. You have to lead them. You have to show up for them. And that might scare you. Like, what does that mean to lead people? Just go help them. Go help them in 3-way chats. tell them what they need to do. All the stuff is there, but you have to lead your team. You have to serve your team. You have to get in the trenches with them. You need to listen to their stories. You need to be that person that they can talk to for support. That's what it is, you guys. I say it all the time. No, that's totally irrelevant. But the more you serve people, I'm telling you, the bigger your business will get. Go lead your team, get in the trenches, go help them. One of the things on the Rank Up roadmap is, what are your team's goals? What are they working for? Like, I loved the power hours because I would ask on there and my team would like put it in the chat. I'm like, thank you. I'm writing it down right now so I could get laser focused on their goals too. But be a leader. Even if you have one person, go be a leader to them. Don't go drag them along. I'm talking be a leader to them. And then the biggest thing, because I did tiptoe in, I've literally been tiptoeing. That's a whole other story for a different day, and y'all don't want to hear that. But I was terrified of being successful again. That's just the truth. Carly can attest to that. I was really terrified to be successful again. And finally, it took a kick in the butt at the beginning of the month by Siobhan, Carly, Brittany, Glenn, Heather, all of them in my inbox, Ricky calling me and saying, it's time, sister, we're done, we're done. And they gave me a little bit of a nudge. I'll tell you what, when you're getting close to VP and you're like, am I really that close? Brittany, that girl can crank out math like nobody's business. She sat on a call with me and was like, calculator numbers, this. Okay, you're projected to end only 2,000 under. And I was like, how did you do that? Which gave me the confidence to know, okay, like this is going to be okay. And so they kind of gave me that push. They reminded me that because of our beautiful compensation plan, even if we fell short, everyone on the team's paycheck was going to grow. And that hit me like a ton of bricks because I came from a comp plan where it didn't work that way. And so it was like, oh, so even if we miss it, whatever my team does and however that gets them into action, that's going to help them be more successful at the end of the month. I'm here for that. Like it just, that was that permission and that hearing it put that way and that little bit of a nudge, like, you're doing this, like we're done. Stop playing small, Kristen. Kristen Lopez said that to me. You're playing small. And I said, okay, fine. It took that little bit of a nudge. And then Ashley Walmer called me and she said something to me that was so powerful. She said, because I did not want to speak out my goals. Brittany and Carly were like, all right, we're going to tell your team tomorrow morning. We're going to tell them. And I told Carly, I'm terrified. She's like, I'm doing it. So they did it for me. I'm one of those people that I don't like to make things about me. That's just my personality. And Ashley Walmer said something to me and she said, if you don't tell your team your goals, will they ever set a goal? And I was like, oh, you're right. Like if I don't tell my team that I'm going for a goal, they're never going to want to go for a goal. They're never going to speak out their goals either. And you guys, what happened when that goal got spoken out? My team, I told them all, we woke up. We kind of been sleeping for the last few months. And all of a sudden the team woke up and big goals started coming out of their mouths and big goals started happening and big goals. I was like, what just happened? Like my team is all of a sudden awake and they're ready to set these big giant goals. Because not only did me going for VP get them excitement, it just gave them permission to be like, I have big goals too. And I want to run for big goals too. And we literally like, what happened was, I'm not, well, I can't look over at Glenn's comments over there. I can't do that. I'll squirrel over there. But we all hit some huge goals. Like it was not me just going VP. It was the whole team hitting goals that at the beginning of the month, we're not even close to incite a goal of theirs. It wasn't even a goal. But when now I'm not telling you to tell your team every month you're going for VP because then you'll exhaust your team. But when you tell your team, all right, we're doing this, like what they will do, it's unreal. Now you've got to love your team and serve your team. Don't just show up one day and be like, hey, we're going for VP. Everybody knows my team, we have the best community and culture. Our team chat is never dead because we are praying and laughing and goofing off and having fun in our team chat. We have the most incredible team culture. But when they went in there and said, let's do this, I could not believe what they did. But the coolest thing is now our team is in momentum. Like my team did not just hit the goal and say, we're done. My team all of a sudden is setting goals for themselves, setting bigger goals than I think they had expected, all because we finally said it's time to go VP and we actually did it. So it was an incredible month. it was a lot of learning lessons for myself. I needed to learn. God bless the people above me because they have been so patient with me. Carly's like, yes, I know. We love you. It took some healing. It took some learning. It took a lot of that, but it is so exciting to know that the team is just really fired up right now. And when we talk about us being in momentum, like I've been in a situation like this before, and I feel like I have it in my head. I think I joined about 6 months after the stage that we're in right now. I feel like in my heart of hearts, we have not even hit that real massive state of momentum. So what you're doing today, I'm telling you, you have to get into action. You have to get into action. And then my last little pro tip, you guys hear me say this all the time. I talked about how Donna came into my organization. Part of that giant, like max leg, I don't even like to say max leg because I don't think that's a thing here. Honestly, like what's beautiful about our compensation plan is even if a leg is max to hit a rank, it still grows. Like your paycheck still grows as it goes above that. I don't know where you guys came from, but like in my situation, a leg was maxed. Sorry, you're done. You don't get anything else over there. And here it's not like that. Like you continue to grow, but part of that giant leg that maxed out, it's really cool because I tell my team all the time, do a co-ed live with a mentor and do that live. You'll see on my page, I have one with Aspen. You'll see on a lot of my leaders pages, they have one with me. They have one with another leader. We do these lives of why Bravenly and we pin them to the top of our page. And it's basically like an op call that runs for us 24/7 while we're sleeping. Because a lot of us like to stalk people on Facebook quietly and not tell them that we're interested just yet. And so a huge part of my organization that came in a few months ago that helped put this team to VP, they watched a pinned live on Holly's page. All Holly did was share her testimony. It was actually Jen Scott and I who did that live. I had her share her testimony. I told her, hey, Holly, I want you to pin that live to the top of your page. She all of a sudden had all these people watch that live in their quiet little home. No one had to know. And guess what? They all joined and that team literally that team hit executive director, senior director, like all these crazy ranks, almost the fastest that I've seen in my organization. So that is my little pro tip that I wanted to add. I love having the lives pinned at the top. Like the one that I did with Aspen grows 100 to 200 every single week. And I did that back in May. So it's still working for me. So that's kind of it. I think I kind of put my little notes, the little things I wanted to hit. But guys, I will say, like they said, please, if you ever need anything, get in my inbox. Like I'm here to help people. Like if you're in my inbox, like I'm here to help. I don't care if you're a sideline, upline, downline, whatever. Like we just want Bravenly to be winning big and we want you guys to be a huge part of that. And it's just super exciting what we're doing here. So, all right, I'll pass it back to my little Carly.
Hey, oh my gosh, that was so awesome. And I loved every piece of it, as you know. Kristen is one of those, she could come in and hit VP her first month if she wanted to, but some people need to come in and they need a chance to heal and to learn to trust again and to believe again. And, we knew that was the space she was in. So what did we do? We didn't pressure her. We didn't say, okay, just because you're capable, let's do it. And so I think just having that space where people can come in and they can dip their toe in the water and they can take their time to trust again. I love that we have a culture like that here. But I also know we all knew what she was capable of and what she could do. And I just remember it did get to that point where I did get in her inbox. I'm like, okay, we're done swimming in the PTSD. Let's go. It's time. And here's what I have to say about Kristen. As soon as she's like, okay, we're done. Boom, like that, she hit it in a blink of an eye. I mean, it was just almost effortless how fast it came. So sometimes you just have to realize there's that little mental shift. And when you just make that mental shift, like, okay, I'm ready. Cause she admitted, I mean, I'm not, putting her on blast here because she just admitted she was afraid to step back into that role of leadership, you guys. But as soon as she got to this place where she's like, okay, I'm ready. You guys, it literally happened in a blink. Like, I mean, I know that their team tried, but at the same time, it was already right there. They just needed to make the decision to say, yes, we're going to do it. And it was done like that. And so I think there's so many lessons in what she's sharing is that there is a lot in our mindset. And it was almost like she gave the team permission. Okay, we're done healing. We're done, making sure this is a safe place. We know it is. Let's go. And now watch them. They're going to be so unstoppable. She's got the most amazing humans on her team, and they're just unstoppable, great people. So I'm so incredibly proud of you, my friend. I just love you. You know that. One thing too that both her and Glenn mentioned, three-way chats. Three-way chats used to scare me, but you need to know that your leaders here are not the scary three-way chat people. They're the ones that are literally going to give the information in a way that those people that you're sharing it with, they're in the driver's seat. Is it the right decision for them or not? We're not pressuring, we're not coercing. So please, please, please do not be afraid to put your people in three-way chats. Glenn's putting little fires over there. The truth is that the people who get us in the most three-way chats are the ones that are winning. Because again, like I remember one company I was in, I had a friend, I put her in a three-way chat with my upline. After the conversation was over, it was so high pressure, my friend actually unfriended me on Facebook. That will never happen here. Okay, you guys, that will never happen. So don't be afraid of them. I promise you, it's a place where there's that third-party validation where your people can see what this is. And sometimes they just need to hear from another person. So please, please, please utilize those three-way chats. Kristen mentioned the tools, you guys, make sure you're utilizing that. I think a lot of us come from companies where we had to create everything. And it was really hard to come in here and not feel like I had to create everything. It's already done for us. What does that mean? That means that we have more time to work our teams, more times to build, right? We have that ability. So just grab what's already there. You don't have to recreate it. And that's huge too. So anyway, super proud of you, Kristen, and everything you guys have done, but also where you're going and the fact that you did it uncompromisingly with integrity. You did not waver one moment in that, and that was huge. So another friend of mine who is just crushing it here and also has hit some massive momentum is Angela. And again, like she, like Kristen, was unwavering with her integrity, did it right. And you guys are going to learn so much from her. So Angela, I'm going to pass it over to you.
Yeah, thank you so very much. And I love listening to everything that you guys are sharing. And Kristen, like, I just got to say, I'm proud of you too, because Kristen and I were neck and neck the whole month, and we supported each other through it, and we loved each other through it when we didn't believe in it ourselves. Like, we were like, you got this, girl, it's going to happen. And we're sideline sisters, you guys. And I can't stress that enough. Honestly, Carly asked me to share how our team got to VP. And I was like, you know what? These are my notes. Like, you can't probably see that. But anyway, there's a lot of notes. And I was like, there's so much I want to say, but I'm trying to narrow it down. Because it was a God thing. And I truly believe it in my heart, because it started off early first. And I say sideline sisters because Kristen and I were running together. But I also want to give a shout out to Siobhan, who's on here. I think she was on here. She was on here earlier. Surely she's on here somewhere. I got to give her a massive kudos, because again, one of the things that really helped us hit VP this month was starting early and leaning on not just my team and uplines, but sideline sisters to make it happen. Siobhan offered, she hit VP last month. So shout out to Siobhan for hitting last month. And so she took upon herself to almost take me and Kristen a little bit under her wing as well too. And literally she got on a Zoom call with me the first day or two of the month as well, and just shared anything and everything that helped her and her team to get to VP. And I thank you so much for doing that, because of that call, I was like, I'm running and I'm going to get ahead of the game, because that's what I wanted to do. I knew it was possible after Glenn talking to me so much. Glenn, you guys, the best leader in the world, hands-on, and we'll definitely come to you and say, hey, you're this close. Like, it's possible, Angela, you can really make this happen. Because at first, you know what? I wasn't really sure if I wanted to run for it. I really didn't believe I was worthy of a VP rank. Totally honest with you guys, total transparency here. I tried to quit this industry. I didn't think I wasn't postured up. I really was like, VP, like, who am I to hit VP? Like, seriously, like, am I really worthy of that type of a rank or leadership? Like, I didn't really believe in myself at the very beginning of this month, period. But it was that call that she got on and just shared and just poured her heart and soul into me, as a friend, someone that she didn't benefit at all from my rank or any of that, but she cared enough to get on a Zoom call with me. And so I wanted to share that with you guys, because that's the type of people we have here. Yes, in our leadership, but we also have, I love calling sideline sisters. Some of my best friends to this date are from sideline sisters. And so we got on a Zoom and I just strategized. Strategy was something for me that was really big. I know I didn't want to get to the end of the month and throwing every single incentive out there to try to hit it and burn myself out the last few days. That's not what I wanted. So I got ahead of the game and I really put a lot of strategy into it. I launched parties. Glenn is phenomenal at really diving into our entire team together. I'm not as good at doing all of the printouts. I will be honest, I'm not, but what I am is getting all of our teams ranks, right? Because vice president would not be a thing if our team didn't hit all the amazing ranks that they hit. And that's what it really boils down to, you guys. Strategy was one thing. We started massively early, tried to get a lot of momentum going at the beginning of the month. So we were not just trying to figure it out at the end of the month. We reverse engineered, just like Ashley Walmer is so phenomenal at teaching us on our Monday trainings that she does and all the other amazing things she does. What do I need? 30K, right? To get to that VP. Now, what do we need? Glenn was always in my inbox. Angela, you need 1,000 a day. Angela, you need 1,000 a day. And it's going to come organically. You're not going to have to chase it at the very end. I'm like, okay, you're right. And we watched. We literally averaged 1,000 a day, 1,000 a day. And then towards the end, like it exploded after that. But we hit it 2 days before the end of the month, I think. Sorry, mom, live here. But so strategy, connect with people that already hit it. You guys, I know I'm an open book. I know Kristen's got a heart of gold. Yes. Okay, hold on, Bubba. You guys, I know we're all here, like reach out. Do not do this business alone. One of the biggest mistakes I've made in the past in this industry was trying to do this alone. And I mean, your uplines, 3-way chats, 100%. How's our team ranking up and has so much momentum? It's the systems, it's the ATM group, it's the 3-way chats. And I won't spend a lot of time on that because I think everybody mentioned that, but there's a reason why everybody's mentioning it. Our team is exploding because they're just duplicating the system, adding people to the ATM. They're getting people in chats. And guess what? Those people that are coming on board are coming on correctly with the duplicated system. So now that person is duplicating. And it is like it's a domino effect on our team right now. So if you're not using those, get with a leader on your team to help figure out, how do I strategize? How do I utilize the systems? Because if you're not doing now, don't beat yourself up. Just start doing it now. And so that anybody from here on out that comes on your team remembers how you brought them on. So then they're going to duplicate and you're going to all have a lot more success. Taprooting, I've never really taprooted in the past like we do here. And I got to say, like, that's because Glenn, Carly, Brittany, Ricky, Aaron, everybody is doing it. And so I'm learning from everybody on our team, just the taprooting. You guys, taprooting is one of the best things in the world that you can do on your team. And that we did a lot of that at the beginning of this month. Not only did we strategize, we did a launch party, we did, all the things. Kristen, I think you said it. I also had to pull myself back into recruiting myself and doing my own daily activities, because when you grow fast or when you just grow, period, it's really easy to get into that management mode. And then you sit and you manage, and then you take care of everybody else's chats, and you're not doing chats yourself, or you're not recruiting, you're not bringing on new people. And I love getting on the power hours with you guys because it's accountability for me to sit down and put all distractions off and all blinders on and work with you guys. Like, if you're not on any power hours and you do have the time freedom to get on those power hours, 100%, or like, I think it was Glenn that said, step up and take leadership and do some as well too. Accountability is everything as well. So strategize, get ahead of the game, ask for help. If you're shooting for a rank that any of us just hit or anybody around you, reach out to the person that just hit it and say, what did you do? And I guarantee we're going to be willing to open up and share. There is another girl, her name is Lauren. We connected on Facebook. I don't even know what team she's on. She's not on our team anywhere. We just connected on Facebook. She saw me through Bravenly. She said, I'm shooting for VP this month too. And then I was an open book for her. She ended up hitting VP as well. And so again, just utilize each other, ask for help. Taproot, help your team hit their goals, and you're going to end up hitting your goals. You guys, biggest game changer right there. And I will tell you this, you guys, VP rank is phenomenal. The bonuses and all those things are great, but you guys, in my heart and my soul, and I believe this through and through, nothing is more sweeter than the last day of our month. We hit VP like 2 days before. It was the last day of the month, was the best feeling in my entire journey as a network marketer, because we had many people hit all kinds of ranks. We were up till 11 o'clock at night in Central Time waiting to refresh. Candy's on here. She hit senior director. We were like, okay, it's the last minute refresh. Like that is the best feeling in the world. And when you can actually recruit, you guys, the way our comp plan is laid out, you got to make sure you're still doing your personal business. You got to bring on people. Why? I've never been so motivated to bring on people, because you can also bless people by moving others so that you can help your team rank up. I'm talking about the best feelings in the world when you can do little stuff like that, you guys. The last thing I'll say is this. There's the last thing I wrote, and then I actually have a quote that I want to read and close it out, or close my portion out anyway. The last thing I will say is let go of the outcome, let go of the rain. I remember reaching out to you, Carly, and I remember it was kind of mid-month, and I was like, you know what? I was starting to feel a little extra stress, and I was starting to freak out. And I was like, I don't even remember what I said. I'd have to go back and listen to our messages. But I remember you talked to me and you gave me so much peace in my heart, knowing, you know what, Angela, run for the rank. Don't burn yourself out. Don't sacrifice your family. None of those things matter. The rank's going to come. And if it naturally happens this month, that's phenomenal. But if it doesn't, we're going to celebrate you exactly the same way as if you actually hit the rank this month. And then maybe it's next month. But just let go of the stress and the outcome of like, oh my God, I got to hit VP. I got to hit VP. Oh my God, I want back VP. As soon as I had that conversation with you, like I just had so much peace and stress relieved from my shoulders. And then I feel like it naturally flowed and it came so much more in a peaceful growth and organically, because I let go of the outcome and the stress that I had placed on myself to actually hit a rank. And so thank you for that conversation, because now I want to I remember who it was even. We just had so many rank ups this past month that I had a very similar conversation to somebody, because you had that conversation with me, and it trickles down because the ranks are phenomenal, you guys. Nothing is going to be worth sacrificing your family over it. And you're going to hear that from your leaders. They're going to tell you, if it's this month, awesome. Don't sacrifice your family to hit it. Maybe it's next month. Maybe it's all in God's timing and it's going to happen. But if you force it, it's not going to happen. Let it flow organically. It's the game changer for me to like breathe, relax, and be okay with, spending more time with my family and not thinking I had to work 24/7, 7 days out of the week just to get the rank, because I wasn't willing to do that anyway. So much to say. The last thing that I want to say is this, and I think we're getting close on time. Y'all started this with personal development. I'm a big personal development junkie. I love it. I always start every single day. I blast my ears with it whenever I'm actually working out. I don't listen to music. I listen to different videos. One that I heard yesterday really stood out to me, and I think everybody in this call can probably benefit from it. I shared this quote in our team chat this morning, but I think we can all relate to this one because it was so dead on for this industry, because a lot of us don't think we're worthy of the rank. Just like I didn't think that at the beginning of this month. I didn't think I was really honestly good enough to be the VP level or even senior VP or any of that stuff, right? The quote that I heard is this. It says, you're robbing people of the best quality of life by not communicating to the world what you have and what gifts you have to use to help others. And I'll say that, and the reason why I wanted to share that it was because a lot of us haven't always believed. We're not any different than anybody else is on here. We just had a rank. We just started before you did, whatever the scenario. We just got out of our own comfort zone and doing the things that are necessary to get there. And I felt like that quote was just something great to share tonight too, because if you're in your own head thinking I don't want to reach out to that person because I'm not good enough, or I'm not, worthy of this leadership rank or whatever that you're saying in your own mind, remember that very thing. We are robbing people from their best quality of life by not communicating to the world what you have and what gifts you have to use to help others. Everybody on this call is worthy, and God created you for a big purpose. We're all here together. We all get to do it together. So put yourself out there and lean on everybody else's belief for you, because that's exactly what I did this month. And that's why I hit VP. And so that's all I got. I'll turn it back to you, Carly.
Oh my gosh, you're making me cry. Yes, Glenn, real tears. Like when girls say that, is it real? I'm like, yes, I'm really crying. So Angela, thank you for all of that. There's so much wisdom in that. And I think people can just feel your energy and your authenticity. And, like that, your humbleness screams top leader. You know, the fact that that you want to put your family first, that you care so much about your team. You don't have this ego. You're just this beautiful human who wants to do good things for your team. And we all see that. And I'm so very proud of you and what you've accomplished. I'm going to finish up here, but while I'm finishing up, I want you guys to put in the chat your next rank. And if you haven't hit VP, say, I am a VP, because this is what I'm going to end with, you guys, is that there's a few things that are in common with both of these ladies. And then I can say it's in common with pretty much all of the people that have hit VP, right? Is that one of the big things is belief, right? Angela said she started the month saying that she didn't know if she was worthy. Kristen didn't know if she was emotionally ready, right? For leadership, right? But what I'm saying is it had to be a decision. Both of these women are brilliant, and you guys listening to them, you guys are like, they're amazing. How could they not think that they were ready for this? But I'm going to tell you the same thing about you, right now. I'm talking to you guys that have that doubt. We see that gold in them and we wonder, how could they even think that? But that's exactly what I think about you guys when you question yourself. So each and every one of you, I want you guys to state, I am a VP. I will hit VP. That is huge. It's important. So keep that in mind. That's something they all had in common. Another thing is they all started early. They didn't wait till the last minute. They put the effort in. They spoke it. They started early. They put it in. And then finally, you guys, you know what they have here? And you can hit VP without this, but you're not going to keep it. They have an abundance mentality. Each and every single one of them is willing to pour into people, whether it gives them gains or not, whether it gives them clout or not. These people truly, truly care about others. And the abundance mentality is massive in this industry. So those are the three things, like of all of that they share, there's so many different parts, but that's something that I see as a common thread. And these women, it's beautiful the way that they just exemplify those traits of leadership. So anyway, with all of you guys, I just want you to know how incredibly proud we are. I am looking at so many VPs. Shelly Taylor, I'm calling you out right now. I see you, sister. There are so many future VPs that are coming, and there's lots more, but she's right there on my camera. So yeah, I'm sorry to call you out, but you guys, it is happening for so many of you. Make the decision, find people that are going to pour into you. Don't force it. That's, one thing Angela had mentioned. And, I know that Kristen feels the same way. You guys, if you push it and you force it, people can feel that energy. These ladies never wanted to build anything on the backs of their team. They wanted to uplift their team. They wanted to rise by lifting others. And that's another trait that I love about them. So it's like that feeling like I have to. No, you don't, because it's going to be there next month if you miss it this month, right? And so I love that we can organically build this in the nobody in leadership is going to be like cracking the whip saying you got to do it now, right? It's one of those things where if you love your people and you go towards it, you claim it, abundant mentality, you start early, it will happen for you. And don't let it stress you, because it's God's timing. And I'm just going to speak it over. Glenn is going to be the next executive vice president, without a doubt. He's not just going for it. He's claiming it is his. We're going to celebrate him big time. I'm going to let you guys go. I love all of you. We will see you on the next coffee chat, and we're going to have a great big month together. So thanks you guys for hopping on. You have a good night. Bye.